No point podcasting about politics because Epstein has proved that regardless of whether you're on the left or the right, you're just a rich pedophile who's happy to kids on a secret island and steal from your constituents. It doesn't matter who you vote for, doesn't matter how hard you try to vote your way out of this, the rich people are going to go to islands and they're going to children and they're going to tax you to death. That's why politics is a complete waste of time to even discuss. Epstein has shown there is no left, there is no right. There are just elites and there are cattle, and you are one of their cattle. You are nothing to them. They will your daughter, they will chop her up and fucking eat her. And if you try and get justice, guess what? It ain't coming. So politics is a waste of time. Dating. Dan Bilzerian had a whole brand based on being around hot girls. Then crypto came along, meme coins and Solana bullshit, and total fucking dorks got rich fast. And guess what? Total fucking losers had the same number, if not more women than Dan Bilzerian, proving that Dan Bilzerian wasn't pulling it off being an alpha male. He was just really fucking rich. And that's not me insulting Dan. That's me making it clear that women are hookers. Everyone knows women are hookers. All women just want fucking money. So there is no dating, there is no love, there is no red pill, there is no trick you can tell a girl. There isn't, hey, if you go up to her and you neg her, slightly insult her hair, then she's gonna fall in love. You're broke, you're fucking poor, you're gonna be lonely forever. So there's no more red pill, there's no more dating. Culture, waste of time. Diversity dildos coming to fuck you. The whole Super Bowl halftime show was in Spanish to make it clear that the white man is conquered. And no matter how much you cry about it on the internet, it's over. And you're conquered because you simp to women. You're the only race on the planet that cares what women say. You're completely fucking cucked to your wives. You're all wife guys or gay, one of the two, probably both. White people are gone. You have no fucking culture. Forget about it. Conspiracy theories are all true. That's just telling the truth now. So there's no point in broadcasting about any of this stuff.
We're cooked.
Hear me and hear me clearly. There will never, ever be a major male movement at all. So I want you to go ahead and get that out of your mind. I want you to go ahead and lose this pipe dream that, well, once things hit the fan, men are going to reclaim. Men are not going to do anything. I'm just going to let you know that right now. Right? That ship has sailed decades ago. That is not happening. And I'll give you a few reasons why that just won't happen. Right? First thing first, men are a bunch of haters, man. There will never, ever be a solid male movement. One, because men are a bunch of haters, right? I used to think growing up that the women were just so catty. The women were just so, ready to get into it with each other. It was the women, and women can get crazy too, but I started to realize more and more, right, as the years went on, that men are a bunch of bitchs, right? Men don't want to see other men win. Men, when you come around and you're doing what you're supposed to do, right? You muscly, right? You good looking, you handsome. Watch how much hate you get, right? Pull up in a nice car. Watch how much hate you get, right? Tell people that you travel, that you've been to more than 2 countries, right? And counting, right? That you love to go here, that you love to go there, right? Show them some of the women that you're messing with. Men are haters, right? And just let's go through history real quick, right? Just think, right? There have been men throughout history that has prevented other men because of race or religion or ethnicity. There are men, right, who have prevented other men from going up in the ranks in society because of their race. If that don't tell you what you need to know, I don't know what tells you what, right? They literally prevented you from competing based on skin color, based on ethnicity, based on religion, color, right? Men literally, right, monopolize the sexual marketplace historically. Right, white men? Men have historically done this, but y'all somehow think that, men are just going to come together. Men ain't going to never come together for nothing major. It will never happen. Because men don't want to see other men win. And I started to notice this as I started my YouTube journey, right? Shouts out to the After Pill. We're now over 10K subs. It took a lot of hard work, but I noticed this as I was building my YouTube channel, right? Trying to hold men accountable, trying to push men to be the best possible men that they can be, right? the haters, the incels, the lower men, the lower vibrational men that in any other time in history will be wiped out clean. Or, right, sent to war, right, and still be wiped out clean, right? So historically, men who wouldn't have survived any other time, right, they get on the internet because that's their safe place, right? They get on the internet and talk their shit, talk all that mumbo jumbo, right? Hide behind the screen, right? Talking about some stuff that they don't know what they're talking about. Listen, when I try to motivate men, when I try to teach men, you see it. Men don't want to do better. So that leads into number two, the number two reason, right? Men don't want to do better. I know that's a hard pill to swallow. Well, I want to do better. Listen, most men don't want to do better, right? Number two, most men don't want to do better. They want to get the most for the least. Let me repeat that. Most men, 90% of men, they want to get the most for the least, right? You think that you can work at Jiffy Lube. You think you can work at Chipotle, right? Folding up burritos, and you think that you're gonna get a baddie? You think that you somehow deserve a wife? Ninja, you only make $13 an hour, $15 an hour. You deserve a wife. You don't deserve nothing. You deserve absolutely nothing, and that's just a fact. Why do men think just because you struggling that a woman just supposed to or should be wanting to struggle with you? That just don't work nowadays. That does not work. Men don't want to do anything. Men don't want to improve. They don't want to get better. Every single day, I'm looking and seeing how can I do better. Every single day, I'm looking to see, is there a crack in the system that I can open wide open? And I can go ahead and squeeze my way through. Men don't want to do that. They want the easy route. They want the wife without the income. They want the body without doing the work, right? They want the endurance and the stamina without the discipline. They want the finances and resources without the mental capacity. They want everything up under the sun, right? But don't want the things that's going to get them there, or don't want to endure the things that get them there, right? The same things men of all time periods have had to go through to be great, right? Moving on to number three. Modern conveniences has incapacitated men. Listen, right? We like these dead pill creators, manosphere, right? Look, you already seen. Look, listen, the red pill is dead. The red pill is dead. The manosphere is dead. That junk is dead, right? It lost it's lost in the sauce, right? The men of the red pill, they floated over to the red pill because they wanted to hear how much women sucked, right? They wanted to hear how much it sucks for men without actually putting in the work, without actually getting in the gym, without actually creating businesses, without actually moving up the ladder in their career, without actually educating themselves, without actually doing anything. They just wanted the entertainment of knowing that other people agree, yeah, our life is shitty, and congregating on their hate for women. That's all that red pill is nowadays. That is all that red pill is nowadays. It is nothing more, nothing less than a cesspool of low vibrational loser men. That's what it has turned into. That's why the red pill is dead. That's why any manosphere or men's movement is dead. It'll never take off. Right? Because you have too many men who just want to be losers. Men want to be losers. They want to be losers. They want to do everything but win. Right? Because a lot of men still stuck in the programming thinking that, oh, you can operate in the same way that you could operate, that men operate in 1970s, 1960s. It doesn't work like that. So what else are you going to do? Well, I'm just going to exit myself out of society and be a loser. Then be a fucking loser then. Be a loser. More chicas for me. More chicks for me. More chicks I get to swap out. More highways for me. More lanes for me. Since you don't want to do nothing, hell, I'll take it. I'll take them all like Pokemon. Gotta catch them all like Pokemon. I'll do it. Right? So we're literally living in a epidemic of loser men. Right? The revenge of the losers, it seems like. Because everybody talk a good game, right? When you log on to the internet, you see these loser creators, right? Shucking and jiving, right? Trying to make it seem like they really for the people, when in reality, these ninjas they're just as much as losers as their audience. They're just as much as losers as their audience. That's why all 2026 and beyond, I want to get rid of the losers. I want to get rid of the losers in my audience. I want to get rid of the losers who are watching me. I do not care to have you around all 2026. I don't want loser men around me. Now, if you're a loser and you're trying to get somewhere in life, now that's that's something completely different. Right? If you're trying to get somewhere in life, you're trying to improve in life, you're trying to, get more money, you're trying to listen, that is A-okay. But if you're a loser just watching, you ain't trying to do nothing with your life. You're okay with working at Chipotle. You're okay with working at the 7-Eleven, right, as a cashier. You're okay with working at Wiley World, Jiffy Lube. Then you can exit your stupid loser ass up off my channel. You can exit stage left. But there will never ever be a total men's just movement, right? That'll put men in their proper position. No, you're just gonna have pockets. That's it. Right? Like the after pill, right? The escape blueprint, PFP life. You're gonna have things like that, right? And other pockets. That is it. You're gonna have pockets of spheres, pockets of movement, real movements, right? And those are going to be private communities, private groups, right? Top 10, top 20%, right? They're almost going to operate like secret societies, right? If you want knowledge, if you want some wisdom, hey, come over here, right? And that's about it. Outside of that, you ninjas are done, right? Don't think Andrew Tate is going to save you. Andrew Tate just said that all that shit is dead, boy. Red pill is dead. Andrew Tate knows it. Right? Nick Fuentes, the white supremacist Mexican, knows it. Right? All of these guys know it. They just milking it for entertainment. But they know that most men are done. Right? They know that y'all's minds have been lost in assaults, and social media has really taken over your mind. You have modern conveniences, right? That has castrated you, incapacitated you. You don't want to do anything else. Your mind is gone. It is completely gone. Right? You get corn 24/7. You get cheap dopamine hits. Right? If you got a girlfriend, she probably is nothing. I'm just calling it how it is. Right? You ain't really attracted to her. Right? But she love you for you. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Your ugly girlfriend, your mediocre girlfriend still getting her back blown out by Tyrone when she go out with the girls, right? You 50-50 ninjas, y'all think that y'all getting a good deal, where in reality she's swallowing whacker. She's swallowing whacker on a real ninja. She's swallowing that whacker. Pause, no diddy. She's swallowing it, right? While you trying to go 50-50. And she over there, she giving that gawk 10,000 on a man that she actually respects. But y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all want to live in La La Land. Y'all want to live in Disney World. It's okay. It's okay. Go live in your La La Land. Go live in your Disney World. But don't say I didn't tell you.
I built a life. I built a family. I worked my hands raw to get here. And I'm not done. This is the escape blueprint. PFP life, a way out of the grind and into control. You'll learn how I stack cash, build systems, and reclaim time so you can live on your own terms. You will watch me maneuver and grind towards the life that I achieve for myself, and you can also do the same. Join the circle, join the Patreon, learn the steps, and protect your freedom. The Escape Blueprint, PFP Life.
Because nobody's going to tell you the truth like me. Nobody's going to tell you the truth like the after pill, because the after pill is the new wave. The after pill is the new movement. The Escape Blueprint, PFP Life. That is the new movement. Only intended for men who are serious. Only intended for men who want to go above and beyond. Only for men who are intending on, right, being the best possible men and surviving a new world. As for the rest of y'all waiting on some movement to pop off. You losers are waiting on civil war to pop off. There won't be no civil war. The civil war has been done. The civil war has been had, and it has been lost. And that's a whole nother conversation, right? The Civil War is done, right? Y'all lost the Civil War. Y'all lost the Civil War. That is donezo, right? The elites won that. Y'all weren't paying attention, right? Y'all thought Civil War was all bombs dropping. It was going to be a bunch of guns and all that stuff. No, it's not. No, it's not going to be any of that. Right? All of it was psychological warfare. They already castrated you. They already disarmed you. You think, oh, well, I got 3-4 guns. I got the 5.56. I got the 7.62. I got about 3 pistols. Man, nobody care. If the government wanted that shit, they'll take it. If they really felt like you was a threat, they would have taken it. They would have taken that from you. But yeah, that's another conversation that y'all don't want to have. Right? Last point. Men are obsessed with women. Men are obsessed with women. That's why we have so many just incapable men, right? Your whole life is dictated about how women think about you and this, that, and the third. Don't get me wrong. I understand sexual attraction. I understand wanting to be with a woman. I understand wanting to get into a woman. I understand that. But to do all of those things, right, you got to focus on you. You got to be PFP, purpose, freedom, and power, right? You have to digest the after pill to be able to do that. But y'all want to put the carriage before the horse, or the horse before the carriage, however the saying goes, right? You want to do things backwards. You want to do things in reverse. Well, that's not how life works. So you want to get the woman before you get the money, right? You want to get you a wife before your whole life is settled, right? But then wondering why many of you are going down in flames because you did the shit wrong, right? Because you wanted a woman so bad, loser. You wanted a woman so bad, bro. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, women don't want men that bad. Especially if you're nobody. They don't want women that bad. Honestly speaking, men are the most desperate ones out here. For relationships, for dating, and so on and so forth. It is the men. Sour puss, kitty cat ass men. Right? Y'all want the relationships more than the women do. Right? And that's why you end up worshiping them. That's why you end up on your knees, right? Begging and pleading instead of being a man and dropping your nuts. Because most of you lack testosterone because you eat fast food every single day. You don't exercise. You don't eat right. Right? You don't go to the doctor, get your blood work so you can see where you can improve at. Right? You're on social media all dang on day, even with the girlfriend, still getting cheap dopamine hits. You with that chick that don't turn you on, right? She don't do nothing for you. She just there, right? Y'all all messed up. Y'all all bad. But there's going to be a major men's movement. Please, men can't even be honest with themselves. Y'all can't even be sexually honest with yourself, right? Most of you settle. Y'all settle for sloppalopasauruses. Y'all settle for sloppalops. Y'all settle for whatever you can get. But somehow there's going to be a major men's movement when most men cannot be honest with themselves, can't be honest with women. Just think about if men en masse were just honest with women, honest with just life in general. I think we'll live in a better society, don't you think? But instead, we got a bunch of losers who want to lie. You got a bunch of low vibrational men who want to do whatever it takes to get the most mediocre and ugly, sour looking women, sour milk ass women. Like, bro, there won't be a men's movement. There won't. Sorry to bust your bubble. Sorry to destroy your beacon of hope. But I'm just calling what it is. Right? Your best bet is to get your money up, join pockets of groups, right, of elite men, and go from there. So if you want to learn how to build a system for yourself, if you want to forge your mind that is needed for the new world, if you want to become a PFP man or woman, ladies are allowed, come over to the Patreon, join the family. The family is growing and growing and growing every single week. Come over there. I have 100+ videos over there. So you can literally see how my mindset was built over the years. So you get access to hundreds of videos. You also get access to the escape blueprint. We're now in phase 2, which is alignment. And you need to align with your goals. You need to align with who you want to be. You need to align with where you want to go. So that's the phase that we in. You can go over to phase 1, start from the beginning. And phase 1 is awareness. So you get to build up that awareness of how the world works, how the systems are working, how you need to be operating. Come over and join the family, man. That's all I can say. Listen, growing family, come over there, join the movement, and change your mind and change the direction of your life. Listen, the after pill is the ideology. The escape blueprint is the framework. And PFP life is how you should live. Purpose, freedom, and power. I'll see you guys in the next one. And this is an after pill. Peace.
I built a life. I built a family. I worked my hands raw to get here. And I'm not done. This is the escape blueprint, PFP life, a way out of the grind and into control. You'll learn how I stack cash, build systems, and reclaim time so you can live on your own terms. You will watch me maneuver and grind towards the life that I achieve for myself, and you can also do the same. Join the circle, join the Patreon, learn the steps, and protect your freedom. The escape blueprint, PFP life.